were the central focal point of comfort mine. It was there, that small, overcrowded house on Central, around the corner from the projects, that I resided as much of my greenest years. And it was within those walls that my mother tree helped nurture her first grandchild, and who she considered her last seedling, me. I remember being taken everywhere by her. Every burger joint I could think of after preschool on any given day. Yes, I knew where all of them were. And she indulged me. Thank God for good genes. In the park, the movies, the local mall, you named it. She took me under her wing while my mother twirled at the university, earning multiple degrees in her young years. My granny made that possible. Gave my mother ambition and my imagination power to follow. She gave us both our wings. When I heard inside some lack of attention and understanding from Mom, she was my shelter. She takes me in her strong arms, soothed me with her warm, loving eyes, and her rich contralto put an umbrella of warmth over me. She'd say, "Baby, everything's going to be all right." And she was right. We had the coolest vibes there. When creativity would strike, I'd slip into the basement and write songs on a little Hammond organ, free to capture the sadness of my heart through music. Back in the day, DISCO was painted on the floor down there in large inflated yellow letters. An overstuffed yellow beanbag chair was my favorite chill-out spot. The walls would pulsate with music, our bodies shaking, asses swaying to Marvin Gaye, P-Funk, Al Green, and the Blues. Basement parties, family get-togethers, cookouts with amazing food aromas flowing from the grill outside always kept 24/7 Central a place for good times, great food, family fun, and some new books. The sun would always emerge in the wake of my granny's smile. As siblings would come along, and I had to both share her attention and help nurture them, she still nurtured me. Our backyard had such beauty, like here. Wild honeysuckle, wild tea rose bushes, a giant mulberry tree staining the driveway in purple and black, walnuts raining down from a huge tree that I used to look at up at and gaze between the branches, wondering how far the sky extended. It was my refuge when I felt under siege. I recall so much laughter, both from we kids and all who would encounter her. The best comedian ever. She was Comedy Central before it was a channel. Speaking her mind, the truth hurling out like a runaway train, she dared to go there, saying whatever everyone else thought. And yet, she was style and class personified. No one could outdress, outdance, or outshine her. She was swag before it was called swag. That's swagger for those of you uninitiated in the ways of slang. A writer, sculptor, and painter, she would read us poetry by Langston Hughes, Paul Laurence Dunbar, Maya Angelou, and other well-known black writers. She'd always push us towards education, expanding our minds, our world, the power to reach for the stars while being firmly rooted on the ground. We discussed politics, books she'd read, movies we'd seen years before, but as educators, grandkids about life. And we always felt loved and uplifted under the arms of our mother tree. Periodic visits back home weren't the same. As she aged and her health changed, the land around her house did as well. It hurt, seeing the daffodils that shot up like yellow bolts of lightning through the grass, now moved down. Sweet petite tea roses cut down by some colony glass cutter, overly ambitious, destroying some of the beautiful that I loved. It broke. Time ran on, life spinning many challenges. The big C found its way into Granny's body. She was given poor prognosis. But, through the storm, she survived and thrived for many more years. No blood clots, nor cancer, diabetes, or heart problems were going to take her down. Not without a fight yet. 18 years after her initial diagnosis, we gathered together last year in April, to celebrate what would be her last birthday. She left us in summer, finally free of pain. No more struggle, no more near misses in the hospital, while we flew in, drove in, waiting with a collectively held breath. 74 years we were loved, forced the belly laugh, fed the best meals, and bestowed the greatest love. The greatest gifts of creativity, poise, humor, honesty, and tenacity that anyone could ask for. The central part of my life now gone. Catherine the Great, now the angel of my shoulder. You're the one I hear breathing when I hear strength. You're the one who radiates love through the faint shudder of the universe. A house is not a home, but so and yet your presence still dwells there. Resting in the symmetry now dim, the chair where you once used to sit. The teacups you drank from, it's never going to be